I got introduced to basketball by my father. He took me to so many Knick games, and I'm just so grateful to have a father like him.
He's basically born with a basketball in his hand.
I play the two position. I can drive, play defense, get rebounds. I've had many buzzer beaters. I've had 20-point games, some 30s.
Even when he was a little kid playing rec ball, the guy could just pop shots. All he needs is literally like a half a second, and the thing is just like popping, ping, 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 ping. It's just ridiculous.
Here we go. Money. Yay! Almost as good as your dad was when he was a kid. You'll get there one of these days. One of these days.
When you talk about my game back in 1985, I had that same shot. If anything, I even had a little bit more of a deadly version of it. And I had it all. I can go left, and nobody could stop me. And West Boston Jewish Center, they knew they had a star in Glenn Mintz.
Glenn kept us in a lot of the tight games against our close rivals from the Central Synagogue of Muncie and some of the other Bethels and Beth Shaloms of the world. He really was a core piece to our Jewish league success.
And I was a legitimate college player. All the Big East schools, the big ones, Syracuse, Georgetown, Michigan was a safety school.
Years ago, I was an assistant at Oklahoma State, and of course, back then, I took any lead we could get on recruits. And there was this one young player that was a hot prospect. His name was Glenn Mintz. I thought a lot of people were on him, and I go watch him play, and heck, I'm the only one there even checking him out. And then after checking him out, I realized why I was the only one there checking him out. There wasn't much talent at all.
He would go on these campus visits, specifically to Duke and Georgetown, and they'd want to watch him play. And he'd hide from the gym. He'd be out on the campus bars. He'd be having a good time.
And they talk about Glenn's dominance in the Temple League. I mean, think about what we're talking about right now for a second. He slammed it on Shlomo Heimowitz.
And of course, it ended in a very sad way. Once Glenn was exposed, the night before the McDonald's High School American game, they dropped him.
But there was one school that took an interest, Brockport. Brockport.
I really didn't want to go to Brockport, but I'm going to be the guy. I want chauffeurs. I want Grand Cherokee Limited, just like Derek Coleman had. I want it all.
Well, I'll tell you why it never worked out at Brockport and why it lasted only 5 days. This is not a team player. This is a guy who wants the rock every time down the court, and they had it with him.
For crying out loud! We're not talking about 5 games even here, people. We're talking about 5 days. 5 days! And now you're coming back to the 914 in Spring Valley with your tail between your legs. A terrible job!
Brockport was my 5-day college career. I guess I'm somewhat proud of it, but, you know, looking at it like another Ryan Leaf.
When you came back, you just didn't seem that enthusiastic anymore. I thought that was the end of the basketball career.
And here I am sitting in Rockland County. Can I go to RCC, maybe play for these guys? Or do I just say hang it up and call it a day and just play on my driveway?
Glenn gave up his hoop dreams, and 16 years later, Jared Mintz was born, and Dad passed on his love of basketball to his son.
It seemed pretty exciting to see and live my life with this guy, even though I was still kind of pissed because I was the guy that should have been the guay.
I'm better than Jared, right? I mean,
Not really.
I used to pop him on the driveway like it was nothing. He's afraid to shoot sometimes. Great game. But one day you'll be as good as me.
He said, "You'll never be as good as me." I was thinking about it, but I think I already am better than him.
At this point, you know, I'm still thinking that I could probably still beat him one-on-one.
I've seen Jared play. I've seen his pops play. Driveway legend and all. Temple League star. There's no way Jared loses his game.
He's 47 years old, his son is 13, and he's telling everyone, watch this, watch what I do to him. Blabbing to everyone on social media, you gotta watch this game.
I'm freaking ready, man. I've been running 50 miles a week. I'm gonna beat him. And this will be something to prove and show him who's daddy. Hold on a second. Check out this physique, buddy.
I got off to a bad start. He was hitting all his jumpers.
Puts it up. It's good from downtown. Wide open for 3. Bang!
It was 10-3, but I think I still had a chance.
That's bad basketball right there.
Oh, right now, clinging to a 3-point lead.
Oh my goodness.
That one goes down, and the game is tied.
So I made a couple crossovers, took it in, and then I hit it with a little floater.
For the win! Yes! It's over! It's over! With the shot of the year!
I realized his weakness. He's all left, all left.
I was popping him. I was doing my thing. I went around him. He was just too much for me at the end.
I think it was good that Glenn lost this game. He cried for about a week, but once he got over it, he realized, you know what? I should appreciate my son more, appreciate his talents.
It's a very humbling moment for me. My little guy beat me. I guess I'll have to accept it, that I might be the second best basketball player in the family right now.
I really hope I have a better college career than 5 days at Brockport. I mean, where even is Brockport?